is my 1992 Dodge Cummins turbo diesel. I'm the second owner of this truck. It needs some minor maintenance. I drove it for 15 years in my car business, and it's built like a brick shithouse. A lot of you, that's why you love these first-gen Dodges. There's no computer, they're mechanical, they're easy to maintain, you don't have to pay $85 an hour at the dealership, and it's not $75,000 or more for like a new diesel crew cab long bed, which is the probably, I guess you'd call, the theme of this video. This is going to be a 1992 Dodge Cummins turbo diesel power wagon W350 crew cab long bed trailer towing special. I was mentioning to my neighbor, you know, I'm 53 years old. I don't want to spend $80,000 buying a tow vehicle, $75,000. And if you buy something brand new, 80 grand, you're going to want full coverage insurance. So what's that, $400 or $500 a month if you're making payments on the truck? But even if you paid cash, you still want full coverage on a brand new truck. Not only that, everything is electronic. The materials they use for the construction of the vehicle, they don't last. You look at them after 3-4 years and sorry man, the trucks are falling apart. They don't look very nice anymore. The sheet metal is very thin to meet the cafe standards. You lean on them, you dent them. You bump somebody in a parking lot, you crush the front end. They're not as good as these old trucks. These are vintage trucks, you know. They'll dent, you know, don't get me wrong. You know, this fender I took off and it fell in the driveway. And if you see on it, there's probably about 7-8 little pecker tracks. Oh, I guess you can't say that on YouTube. Little dents in them. And that was a nice original fender, but those can be repaired. You know, these new fenders, man, they're so paper thin. It takes a lot of work to make them look right. These older ones, it's a little easier to do with the thicker metal. And not only that, they last longer. You know, if it's a 1/2 inch or a 1 inch, you know, the 1/2 inch is going to rust out faster than 1 inch. Just, you know, using numbers as an example. But anyways, we'll do a walk around of the truck, and then we'll do a cold start. This truck still runs and drives. The transmission was rebuilt twice. She's just a little tired. You know, like I said, I use it as a work truck, but I didn't thrash it. But as anything, they wear out. The paint gets messed up, the seats get worn. We'll do some videos on what I did with the front seat. It's a 2002 Dodge Ram quad cab with folding center console, and I recovered it with cat skin seat covers. I'll give a review of their seat covers as far as color, how long they lasted when I bought them, and I will point out this, the leather on the cat skin versus some of the others is thin, so they do wear out a little bit easier, just to let you know. But they're thin, which makes them softer, so you have a compromise there. But anyways, we'll get into that in another video. Pointing out to my neighbor the roof, which is the main reason this truck was parked 7 years ago. This truck's been parked for 7 years. She still fires up and starts, goes in gear, runs and stops. But she needs the brakes done. She needs shocks. She needs leaf springs. We're going to reseal the motor. I believe she's got she's got 134,000 original miles. Hell, she's not even broke in. We won't do rings. We're not going to probably do bearings. We're going to check them though. But we're going to do a new head gasket. It's gotten hot on me twice in 20 plus years. So that concerns me. Plus I'm going to be turning it into a tow vehicle. So I want to make sure that motor, the foundation of this truck is rock solid. We're not, I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, let's do an NV 4500 conversion, put a 5-speed in it. I kind of like to do that, but the older I get, my hips bother me a lot. It's harder to get up and down, it's harder to move, your leg is quick. So we're going to keep this as the stock automatic, but with some real nice upgrades for the cooler, some inline filters that I discovered a few years ago that I think are good. Same with the radiator and the cooling system. We're going to put new leaves on it, all new shocks. It's getting a brand new steering gearbox. The back's going to get a clutch pack rebuild for the, or spider gear kit, whatever, for the Dana 70 rear axle. We're going to go through the axles. I think I'm having an issue with the, same with a lot of people, when they get wear on the axle, then the outer wheel seal starts leaking. So we're going to have to look at that again. We do have wheel upgrade for it, and the recreation will have dual stirrups for each door occupant entry point. And I like the stirrups, I don't like the Nerf bars. Yeah, I know I'm a grandpa, I know my hair is white, I get it, I'm old. But we're not going to put the grandpa bug shield on the front. We're not going to put the grandpa running boards on. My wife told me, do not put the grandpa topper on the back. Although I want to mention Jim Lane from Diesel Truck Resource. Jim Lane has a beautiful 93 Cummins turbo diesel, regular cab long bed, dually, charcoal gray metallic. Gorgeous truck. And he has the fitted, I think it's the original topper. I don't think it's another year made to fit, but I think it was for the 93 Cummins diesel. And it looks fantastic, which is kind of what I thought for this truck. Doing the 84 had a chrome drip rail on the body, and the chrome drip rail was so you could have a white roof. And one of the things that I liked was the chrome drip rail. You know, of course, that's part of the LE package. This is going to look like a 92. So the 84 that I got, donor, had that real nice molding. And then the cab wraparound, and I'll show all these moldings and how nice they are. Everything's been polished, cleaned, and ready for reinstall. We have all the factory clips, and you know, I'll photo document all that, show you videos of it if you're interested in doing it for your truck. It's kind of nice. It's hard to find these educational videos where some of these trucks, the nuances, the little details that may make your truck look nice, but you went to Home Depot or Ace or, you know, Fastenal to get all your hardware. To me, that looks okay. It looks nice. But to me, I look at it and I see Home Depot. I see whatever they could find in the garage. And it doesn't look as nice to me. I like recreating a vehicle how the factory woulda, coulda, shoulda done, which is how we're doing this truck. But I like the look of an original truck, but there's enough modifications in the last 30 years, 35 years for these trucks that you can do subtle upgrades that dramatically improve the performance of this truck into a nice, everyday friendly driver vehicle. Even a 27-foot, 28-foot long bed crew cab Cummins turbo diesel with a 2-inch lift. And of course, I love that it's got a rod knock every time you drive it, and it never goes away.
Ever had one of those days when nothing goes right? Your wife starts bitching about whatever it was she was bitching about last night. So you escape into the bathroom just to sit there on your throne. But after you finish your business, the toilet paper's gone. Well, it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day, so you better get off my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path. 'Cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass.